Thanks so much for joining us tonight, everyone. I'm Rod Carter. We have a lot ahead for you tonight. We're live in Durham as volunteers with the rescue mission prepare to feed those in need. And a little bit later, we're going to tell you what we've learned about that shooting. Left 2 National Guard members hurt in D.C. But first tonight, a very special Thanksgiving for retired CBS 17 meteorologist Bill Reh. Earlier this month, we talked to Bill and his wife Shields as they prepared for Shields to donate a kidney to Bill. And now, just weeks after that surgery, CBS 17's Maggie Newland tells us a lot more about how they're doing. She sat down with both of them to talk about their doctor, the transplant, and how everything went.
The mood is light at UNC Hospital as Bill Reh and his wife Shields ask some questions and share some laughs with Dr. Alex Toledo, the surgical director of UNC's kidney transplant program.
Beachbody will be back by summer.
Just 2 weeks earlier, Bill was feeling a little more anxious as the couple walked into the hospital for kidney transplant surgery.
I'm scared, all right? It's okay to be scared.
Shields, a voice of reassurance.
It's going to be good. I wouldn't do this if I didn't know it was going to have a good outcome.
Okay.
I don't think I was ever really nervous. Oh. He was.
Earlier in the year, Bill learned he'd need a transplant after decades living with polycystic kidney disease, a genetic condition.
His kidney function was sort of on the cusp of needing to start dialysis, and I remember telling him best way for us to avoid dialysis entirely is if somehow we can have a living donor kind of swoop in here and take over that kidney function.
Bill didn't have to look far to find a donor. Shields turned out to be a match.
Absolutely a blessing when someone's spouse is healthy enough and compatible in terms of blood type and antibodies, and that they're able to move forward with donation.
She didn't have to do this, or, it's totally healthy coming into the hospital and decided to donate a kidney. It was just amazing.
Shields didn't have to donate. She wanted to, which made the Reh's daughter Brennan admittedly a little concerned.
My mom seemed so determined to give him her kidney. I was like, will you at least just ask about me, because I'm younger, and it's kind of unnerving thinking about both of your parents in their 60s being in surgery at the same time.
But she wasn't surprised her mom stepped up. Her parents have always done everything for each other.
But I truly saw them kind of become best friends throughout the years.
And Shields just seemed to know it would all work out.
Seeing my mom and seeing how calm she was really helped keep me calm.
On the morning of the transplant, Bill, too, seemed to relax as he kissed his wife and watched her head off to surgery. As she rolled past his room, they shared one of their typical jokes.
Don't change your mind.
The surgeries took a few hours each. First, doctors removed one of Shields' kidneys and then transplanted it into Bill.
We took the clamps off, and immediately the kidney goes from white to bright pink. And at that moment, we could certainly tell that this transplant looked like it was well on its way to success.
Just even in the hospital, I could tell a difference, immediately that it was working and everything. So it was phenomenal.
In fact, the whole process moved much more quickly than Bill ever expected.
The typical wait times can be anywhere from 3 to 5 or even 6 years to wait regionally for a kidney transplant if one does not have a living donor.
He saw me the first time in August, saw Shields in September, and I have a new kidney in November. That's the time frame. So how many people get to do that? That's just a miracle.
Although the anesthesia left Shields feeling pretty sick after surgery, she never questioned her decision to donate. And they were both overwhelmed by how well it all went.
It just hit me. Look what's, what we're able to do here, what they're able to do here. Just kind of, it's just amazing.
And I was like, I feel brand new. And I started crying a little bit. Like, you do get those waves of emotion that this is actually going to work.
Now that a couple of weeks have passed, Bill and Shields are well on their way to full recovery.
I do feel better. I don't have to take those naps anymore. I feel like I have more energy.
I feel very good. Yeah, I feel normal. I've always taken naps, so this is, so I don't, nothing's different, nothing's changed.
And after 37 years of marriage, they have a new morning routine.
I tell her every morning, thank you for my new kidney.
He does.
Never would have guessed that this would have turned out this way, but I think it's a true testament, an even stronger bond.
A bond drawing them closer than ever.
She got home the day before I did, and so I was in the hospital on Saturday. She called me in the morning and said, I love you, and I'm really glad I gave you the kidney, but I miss you. And I said, well, yeah, I miss you too, but you're with me. You're giving me life-saving donation, and I'll be ever grateful for that.
It is truly amazing to see how well they're doing such a short time after surgery. Bill does have to take immunosuppressants, so he can't be around big crowds. The couple is looking forward to a pretty quiet Thanksgiving with a lot of reasons to be thankful. I'm Maggie Newland. Back to you.